Hi there, this is Jeanette Comerford and this is day 10 of my Christmas series for 2016. Today I have some fun layered gift tags to share with you. This is a great project for this time of the year because you can create a whole bunch of tags in about the same amount of time it would take you to create just the one. So I have used all my favorite thing stamps from various sets to create this, and I sort of did it assembly line style, so you do all one step at the same time and then move on to the next step, and I'll share with you how I did that so that it goes pretty quickly. So you're going to have the vellum layered tag that has the cutout on it, and it has the embossed sentiment. Then you have the background that has some sponging and some embossed snowflakes, and then you've got the cute little critters that are peeking through the circle of the vellum, and then some ribbon and some twine, and then on the back of it we'll have a stamped to and from. So these dies are from Mama Elephant's Madison Avenue framed tag set, and right now I'm just taking the different stamps that I thought I'd like to use, and I'm just making sure that they're going to fit within that tag. So some of them did, some of them didn't. I will list all the stamp sets and all the products below this video, or on my blog. You can find it there as well. So the first step was to take some Neenah cardstock, and this die I cut 12 of those out, so 2 for each tag. And then with the vellum I used the other die with the circle cut out. So I just used up all my scrap pieces of vellum to do that. For the background tag, I am going to sponge on some ink. This is Malibu Blue, I think, from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm blending from the bottom upwards, but I'm not blending all the way to the top, so I'm sort of leaving the top white. And then I'm going to blend some of this darker blue, which is Blue Jay, just at the bottom, and I'll just blend those together until I get a nice smooth shade. Then I'll take the embossing tool here, and actually it's not an embossing tool, it's an anti-static tool, and I'll just sort of swipe that over the tags before I stamp them with Versamark ink using this snowdrop background stamp. So I'll just do the other two here, and then once they're all stamped I can just take my embossing powder and I'll do them all at the same time. Just sprinkle the powder on top of them, tap off the excess. I'll do that to all of them, and once they're all done I'll take my heat gun and I will emboss all of the tags all at once. So you can see how quick that was to do. Then I'll take all the stamps I want to use. I'm going to put them on my MISTI so I can stamp them all together at the same time. Anything that didn't stamp completely or clearly, I'll just re-ink and stamp. This is why I love using the MISTI. And I'll be doing a few of the stamps twice, so I'm just taking them, tapping them on the side to remove any excess ink, and then re-stamping them. For the coloration, I used Copic markers, and what I did is I put all the marker numbers on the screen as I'm using them and in the order that I'm using them, so you can kind of tell what marker I'm using. And I'll just put on some music for now. You can watch the video and listen to the music, and then at the end of the coloration I'll come back and we'll go through the rest of the steps to create the tag. So now that everything is colored, I'm going to start cutting everything out. So I have different types of dies. They're both from My Favorite Things, but the ones for the little Yetis are newer, so they are sort of see-through. It's just the outline. They're a little bit easier to use. So I am just going to line them up with the Yeti, and I had the wrong die there. I had to go fetch the other one, and I'm just using some Post-it tape to hold them in place and cut them out. For the little reindeer and the Christmas tree, I had to do it a little bit differently. So first I used some scrap paper and cut out the shapes with my dies. Now I'm going to put that over top of my colored image, hold everything in place with Post-it tape, and then the die just sort of fits in there. It's almost like when you're doing a jigsaw puzzle and you have one last piece to do and you sort of just put it in and it just fits properly. If you just wiggle it in a little bit, it'll fit perfectly in the right spot, and then you can just cut them all out. The hedgehogs I did have to cut by hand because I didn't have the dies. And then once that was all done, I am just going to adhere all the little critters onto the background. And I use my vellum tags just to make sure that I'm putting them, like, you know, in the right place so that their little heads peek out of the hole. So that's pretty quick to do. I'm just using some regular, what is it called, tape runner adhesive type of thing to put them on. And then I am going to emboss my sentiment on the tags. This is a sentiment from an Avery Elle set, and I just really loved the font and it fit perfectly on the tag. So what I'm doing is I'm just tracing the outline of the vellum tag on the paper here on my MISTI. I'm going to put the tag down, hold it down with some Post-it tape. I'm going to position the sentiment stamp, use a little bit anti-static tool before I stamp it with Versamark. Then I can just sort of pull off the tag. I'm just checking it right now to make sure I like how it looks. So I'm sprinkling the embossing powder and I embossed it with my heat gun, and I like the way it looked, so I can continue doing all the tags. So because I have drawn the tag in place, I can just keep slipping the vellum onto that outline and just keep stamping. So it's very quick and easy. And I'm going to do the same thing with the back part of the tag, which has the to and from on it. I'm going to align it with just one, and then I can just keep adding the tag into the little outline that I drew and just keep stamping. So that is a way to do it very quickly. Then I'm just going to adhere the two tags together, the front and back of the tag, and then I'm going to thread the ribbon through the vellum and then through the tag. I'm going to do everybody all at the same time. And you can see how it's sort of taking shape now, the tag. And then I will take some baker's twine, which I already pre-cut everything to the same size. I'm going to tie a little bow with the baker's twine to hold that ribbon together. I'm going to clip the ribbon a little bit so it's neat, and I'm just using some multi-matte media on the knot so that it dries clear, and then the little bow doesn't undo. So that's a little trick to keep everything sort of nice and snug and tight. So that is basically it. My tags are all done. You can see them all together in a moment. I'm going to show you them on a nice blue background, and you can see how you flip up the vellum and you can see the full stamp and the to and from on the back. So I hope this inspires you to create some gift tags of your own for the Christmas season. Thank you so much for watching, and a full list of all the links for the products I use will be found below this video or on my blog. Have a great holiday season. I should have 2 more videos before the series is over.